Tig here again. AI humanizers are tools that claim to transform AI written text into that which appears to be human written. Some of these claim they can beat AI detectors like Turnitin for essays and assignments. One of the questions that I'm asked most frequently on this channel is, what is the best humanizer? This video will evaluate the quality of 15 AI humanizers, considering their ability to beat Turnitin and Originality AI detectors, the quality of the writing that they produce, and their cost. Based on these criteria, I will provide a ranking at the end of this video. This information may be helpful to you if you're considering using or subscribing to a humanizer tool for your studies or work. But first, this is a small channel, and I'd really appreciate it if you liked this video, shared it with anyone you thought would find it interesting, and subscribed. In the near future, I'll be posting videos about new humanizers that have appeared online recently and testing them against Turnitin and other AI detectors. As a subscriber, you can request a video testing any humanizer, spinner, or undetectable tool, and I promise to post it as soon as I can. Thanks in advance for your support. Okay, the video linked on screen now compares Turnitin and Originality's AI detector's performance with 15 ChatGPT written essays and the same 15 essays after being run through a humanizer. Instead of focusing on AI detector performance, this video will consider the quality and value for money of these 15 humanizer tools. A ranking will be provided at the end of the video, during which each will be evaluated on their ability to beat the Turnitin AI detector, getting a yes, no, or sort of. Ability to beat the Originality AI detector, getting a yes, no, or sort of. The quality of the writing, getting a good, bad, or mid. And the cost will just be reported as it appears on the website. In simple terms, Gen AI writing is statistically likely words in the context of your prompt in a probable sequence. To make Gen AI writing seem more human or authentic, humanizer tools have a tightrope to walk. On the one hand, they want to eliminate or diminish predictable or statistically likely patterns of words that make the writing seem AI written. They can do that with odd phrasing or adding mistakes or sequences of words that aren't statistically likely or unpredictable. On the other hand, humanizers should aim to retain the coherence and meaning of the original text. The reason that I'm saying it's like a tightrope is that if it goes too far with the unpredictability, the meaning and coherence of the text will be lost. The output could be gibberish that can beat AI detectors, but makes no sense and is riddled with errors. On the other hand, if it doesn't go far enough with the unpredictability, the writing will just seem like that bland, polished, predictable AI writing that will be flagged by AI detectors. Let's start by testing AI Undetect. It can beat the Turnitin AI detector, but only sort of fools the Originality AI detector with a score of 52% likely AI. Let's evaluate the quality of the writing. It's interesting to note that the humanizer has added its own in-text citation here that does not appear in the reference list. There's some odd phrasing, like dodging the Turnitin AI detector, mistakes like word combination, and the inclusion of an extra hyphen. Overall, the quality of the writing is good and clear based on this sample of 530 words. It costs between $5 to $20 per month for between 15,000 to unlimited words and allows 1 to 2,000 words per request. That's not amazing, especially if you have a large project you want to humanize. Next, let's evaluate Aither. Not only can this not beat the Turnitin AI detector, the percentage of humanized text flagged by the Turnitin AI detector is higher than the original ChatGPT version. When it comes to beating AI detectors, this one is truly awful and can't beat Originality's AI detector either. But it's no wonder, the writing is excellent. It's of a very good and clear standard. The only mistakes it introduces are putting the citations after the full stop at the end of sentences. However, Because it's too smooth and not unpredictable, it's being flagged by the AI detectors. It ranges in price from £19.99 per month to £79.99 annually. AI to human converter sort of beats the Turnitin AI detector with a score of 39%, but totally fails against the Originality AI detector. The writing is not great. Some weird phrasing like reworking various facets of society, textual content humanizer gear. The crucial studies question guiding this examen is, which is awful. Few have delved into its misuse for dishonest. This research will address this gap via exploring no longer best the prevalence and utilization of these tools among students. However, additionally, their ethical viewpoints and the perceived impact on academic integrity. Clear as mud. The examen's awareness. Word 4, number 2 for section heading. Overall, this is borderline nonsense and almost unreadable in places. I'm going to give it a bad. You get what you pay for, as AI to human converter is free and unlimited. For Bypass AI, I was only able to get 108 humanized words from it for free. That means the file I'm testing here is that same 108 words 4 times. It beats the Turnitin AI detector and the Originality AI detector. However, the quality of the writing is horrendous. It's truly awful. Not only is the humanizer including mistakes that no human wouldn't correct, it's making up its own words. This 108 words is a mess and nonsensical. And Bypass AI is very expensive too. From $6.99 to $34.99 per month for between 3,000 words to unlimited words, which is not very much on the cheaper plan, and from 500 to unlimited words per request, again very low on the cheaper plan. CogniBypass can beat the Turnitin AI detector and the Originality AI detector. However, the writing is of a very low standard. Technology or not has blurred, such as Turnitin's AID. Guess they mean AI detector, though this is not explained for readers. Grammarly, with an E? What a typo. This is where humanizer tools find themselves a cozy little place like CogniBypass. Missing spaces. A major reason students turn towards these tools is the intense pressure of scoring big in schools. Let him know that his advisor probably sounds very smart and intimidating right now, but the full rounds of changes are all part of your job description, because academia is a dog-eat-dog world where many students feel compelled to meet high expectations in any way possible. Certain students might perceive this having it and thus compensate through their humanizers, because they would potentially outsmart the detectors based on knowledge of its loophole. The quality of writing here is awful. Parts of this are truly gibberish. Pricing is okay, a little steep at $9.99 to $29.99 per month for between 25,000 to 75,000 words and 500 to unlimited words per request. Dewey comprehensively beats the Turnitin AI detector and Originality AI detector. Some horrible English in places and careless mistakes that no student or writer would make. For instance, the acronym AI is used for expert system, which doesn't make any sense. AI written text is referred to as AI generated message for much of the essay. It's quite confusing and horribly written, though it's not the worst, and I'm going to give it a mid rating. Dewey costs between $5 to $9.99 per month. GPT INF can beat the Turnitin AI detector easily, though it only sort of beat the Originality AI detector with a 51% likely original score. The introduction is called Greetings, and sentences don't end in a full stop. Changes that the humanizer has introduced, or should I say that the humanizer has greetingsed, have confused the meaning, and it is unclear that GPT INF is the focus of the essay. Using odd phrases like gussy up and throwing in careless mistakes has really hurt the quality of this work. As for the one enlightened pedagogue bit, hysterical and awful. GPT INF is very expensive too. Plans range from $19 to to $79 per month for between 20,000 to 150,000 words, where you get between 500 to unlimited words per request. 500 words per request is very bad for $19 per month. Hicks beats both the Turnitin and Originality AI detector. Some nonsense writing and extremely careless mistakes have been added to the humanized version, including spelling mistakes. Train themselves to score heavy when referring to students trying to earn higher marks. This writing is confused and vague, and the meaning of the original essay is totally missing from this humanized text. I'm going to call it bad. On top of that, Hicks is expensive, with plans ranging from £9 to £37 per month for between 5,000 to unlimited words, offering between 500 to unlimited words per request. Not great value, but better than some of the others. Phrasely beats the Turnitin AI detector, though it can't beat Originality, and gets a 71% likely AI score. The humanized text isn't great. We've got hyphens in the middle of words and extra spaces that duped my Turnitin AI detector. Funny. Are taking advantage of speckled outputs generated by so-called grammar doctors. This bit is nonsense. Positivism is too brittle and neglected by those exploring undetectability. So confusing. Overall, I'm going to call this humanized writing mid. Phrasely costs $10.99 per month for unlimited words and allows 2,500 words per request. That's okay, as long as you only care about the Turnitin AI detector. Rewritify easily beats the Turnitin and Originality AI detectors. Overall, the quality of the writing is very inconsistent. In many places, the phrasing is poor and confusing. Learning anything at all with AI tools, throwing in some careless mistakes and missing spaces. Issues that should have been identified and corrected by students prior to submission. Academic life is tough, with or without a PH. Unclear what Rewritify means here. All banged together just so kids can make their deadlines. Hilarious. Plagiarism detection algos. I think it means algorithms. They lied to academics. This is the humanized version of undermining academic integrity from the ChatGPT version. So, not very good. EN greater than Part 2, the role of Rewritify in academics. Significant work would be required to bring this up to the standard expected for a university essay, though it can bypass the Turnitin AI detector. I'm going to call it bad. Cost is $9 to $30 per month for between 50,000 to 1 million words and 3,000 words per request. Stealth GPT gets a 0% Turnitin AI detector score and a 100% likely original score from Originality. It's got some very odd writing, a far more involved and strenuous project, the sort of endeavor one might save for a long, cold winter's night when describing writing an essay, that relies on a trust model, where we believe that the work we read has been produced by a human authority, with a sort of worn-out right to be called an authority. What do you mean by worn-out right? And for many students, that temptation is heightened by the risk of being undetected if they are found out. This writing is so confusing. The risk of being undetected, surely that's the aim. To determine when a student is being academic dishonest and when they are not. Certainly not high quality writing, but okay, I sort of get what you mean. It accomplishes this mostly by changing up the wording of the sentences without let the sentence mean anything different than it was meaning before. Not the greatest writing in history, but fine. It costs $24.99 to $249.99 per month for unlimited words and offers 750 to 1,500 words per request. Imagine paying $249.99 per month and only getting 1,500 words per request. I'd expect a lot more for my money than that. Stealth Writer can beat the Turnitin AI detector and sort of beats the Originality AI detector with a 66% likely original score. The writing is quite babyish and simplistic in places, though this may be somewhat attributable to the settings I used. We've got full stops followed by commas, missing spaces, and da would? Very obvious mistakes and things that students or writers should identify and correct themselves. I'm going to call it mid. It costs between $20 to $50 per month for unlimited words, with the cheaper packages offering 400 words per request and the most expensive offering 2,000 words per request. Undetectable AI, the most annoying humanizer organization, can't beat either the Turnitin or Originality AI detector. Why do I say annoying? They have an affiliate and influencer program and essentially pay people to promote a useless humanizer online and on social media. My channel has been spammed out many times by poor shills trying to convince viewers of this channel that undetectable AI actually works. Here are some examples. It does not bypass AI detectors, my friends. If you have any questions about my tests, or want to show me an example of a Turnitin AI report for an essay you can prove was humanized by Undetectable AI, please get in touch. There's an email address on the main channel page. If Undetectable AI are confident in their product, get in touch and give me an unlimited subscription for a month. I'll rigorously test the Humanizer with as many essays as possible and with every setting available to users. Until that time, believe my totally impartial test of undetectable AI text, getting a 100% Turnitin AI score and a 77% likely AI score from Originality. What about the quality of the writing? It's not awful. The phrasing is a little strange. On the hand multiple times instead of on the other hand. Punctuation is missing in places. Some mistakes were thrown in to make the work look convincing and authentic, and short sentences are deployed to try and throw off the Turnitin AI detector and mess up the text a little. I'm going to call it mid. It costs between $14.99 per month or $60 annually for between 10,000 to 15,000 words per month. This might actually be good value if it worked. uPass can beat the Turnitin AI detector and comes close to beating the Originality AI detector with a 73% likely original score. The introduction is called triple star introduce. There are weird spaces between words and sentences, confusing and very low quality writing. A numbered list is started in a paragraph and then forgotten all about. In-text citations after the full stops at the end of sentences. I'm fairly sure this humanizer used to be free and unlimited. It's not anymore. The cost ranges from $9.99 to $49.99 per month for between 5,000 to unlimited words. It offers 500 to unlimited words per request, depending on the plan. I preferred this one when it was free. They're greedy, charging so much for quite a poor humanizer. Finally, WriteHuman can beat the Turnitin AI detector and gets a score of 51% likely original from Originality. Just about seeming human written. The writing starts off okay, there's some weird phrasing, confusing writing with some of them turned to humanizer programs directly after talking about universities, implying universities turned to humanizers. As a humanizer on the artificial images of Language Master. What are you talking about, WriteHuman? Made it possible for students to contain effort, more confusing writing, missing full stops to throw off the AI detector, acknowledge how any two mean intuitively these ones intelligently. This is a mess. Institutions now adopting words plagiarized tools that can also detect. Nonsense. WriteHuman literary critics space curbing the predictable debt write-off. This is hurting my brain now. I'm going to call it bad. WriteHuman costs between $12 and $48 per month for 80 to unlimited requests, with 600 to 3,000 words per request. After all that, it's time for my ranking. Of the 15 humanizers, I'm saying Aither is the worst. It's expensive for what you get, and more of the humanized text is flagged as AI generated than the original ChatGPT essay. Undetectable AI is useless and expensive for nothing. Poor AI to human converter, the free one, comes in at number 13. It can sort of beat the Turnitin AI detector with very poor quality writing. I put Phrasely at 12, uPass at 11, and WriteHuman at 10. Then it's Stealth Writer, GPT INF, Bypass AI, Rewritify, CogniBypass, Hicks AI Undetect, with the best writing, though it can't beat Originality, as it does with Turnitin. Stealth GPT at number 2, as its slightly worse value than Dewey, which I'm ranking number 1 humanizer based on its cost, quality of writing, and ability to beat AI detectors. If you made it to the end, I thank you for your time and interest. If you want more videos like this, like and subscribe, and request anything you'd like to see on the channel in a comment. Thanks a lot.